What's up, guys? Welcome to Bro Beats. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some dark ambient beats. If you guys haven't subbed already, turn for to do so, because those have been live. Let's hop right into it. So a little slower today. We got 125, and I'll go through the sound selection as we make the melodies and stuff. So let's grab in a scale. Probably do like a minor. Let's do like an E minor. We can always transpose if the bass is too low. So let's go ahead and get started with our first little instrument. All right, so first up, we're going to be doing our bass, and I like to start with the bass with stuff like this because it's kind of weird when you play the melody by itself, because you'll start to feel forced to add a lot of unnecessary notes if you don't have like a low end. So that's why I like to start with the low end. So zoom in, and we can go very simple with this. We don't got to complicate things. So we can start on our root, and then simply, if you want to complicate it, you can make a chord like this. You can pull one down, and then you can kind of figure out a bass pattern from there. But I'm gonna just take this one and make a chord backwards and just use this as my like bass line. And then we can kind of get away with a lot if we just make it longer instead of making this like a short bass line. We can get away with a lot if we just make these a little bit longer, just like this. And then over here we could just add some slight like rhythm variation. So maybe like, let me see, let's put this on. So maybe some right here. And then let's pull that up an octave. And then we can just bring this down, and now we have our bass line. All right, so now we can start making our melody on top of this. All right, so next up we have our Rhodes, or like electric piano, and I just picked this because it just, I don't know, it just sounds good. So when we add reverb and stuff, it'll sound really good. So with this, we got to keep this real simple. So let's zoom in, and I'm gonna show you something that you could do real quick. So basically you could take the root, and this is like to start a melody. So we can go, let's see, let's just find a good note placement. Where's the E at? Turn this down a bit. Okay, so somewhere right here. So what we could do is take the next two notes, right? Because we want this to be dark. You could literally just pull these down an octave like this. Okay, let me make sure I keep it centered. And then from here, we can offset these notes. Oops. And then we could take this and pretty much skip this note, make a chord out of it. And then what I like to do from here is you can, if you want to keep going up, you can, but you can trickle it back down. So we could take this B, make a chord out of this. And then if you want to end note, you can pull this down, right? And this is just like a guaranteed way to get something that sounds good. Right, so now we're just filling the in-betweens, right? Probably want to pull these back. And then there's millions of variations, right? This is just the one I have. You can kind of, and we want to make these kind of linger out a bit too, because this is Rhodes. Okay, I like that. So for our variation real quick, we can copy this whole thing over. And let's see. From here, you can actually just use your ear. So you can just kind of click notes at the top, which ones, to see which ones you like. I like this one. All right, I like that. I'm gonna turn this down just slightly. So this is our melody, and now we can just build off of this with our counters. All right, so next up we have a guitar, and I like using guitars in melodies, so I'll just pick this. You can literally pick any other instrument that you like, but so we have. So with this, I want to make this simple for the people that may be watching that are, you know, just starting out. So what you can do, because what I would do here realistically is just use my ear and just kind of play whatever I like. But what you can do here is take what we already have. So you see we ended on this D5, okay? What we can do is take this note, okay? And it doesn't have to be in the same spot, but we just want the harmony from it. And we can just kind of move it. Just looking a little weird here. Let's zoom in. And then what you can do is make a chord out of this. So to make a chord, you skip every other note within the scale. Within the scale is like these white lines. So skip this one, right? And then we have this D major, right? So from here we animate this, right? So we can slide this over so it kind of trickles down. So let's just find a good spot. Let's put the metronome on. I'm gonna offset it a bit. And maybe let's add something like this. Right, and that's just something you can do real quick. And I'm gonna just copy this over for time's sake. We don't gotta spend a lot of time on this because when we process it, a lot of this stuff we probably won't hear all these frequencies anyway. So let's try this. And we can pull these back a bit. Okay, I'm okay with that. So now we can move on to our vocals. All right, so now we have distant voices from arcade, and I already went ahead and set it up. I put it in E minor. So you know, it's just kind of like ambient voices in the background. So I'm gonna speed this up a little bit just because I don't really think you need to, because pretty much just what I'm gonna do, just kind of just test out which ones work. Literally, I'm gonna just do that. So I might speed this up a bit. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna play it all together. It's like all meshed together, but here you go. Okay, so those are the voices. And I think I might add another instrument because I'm hearing like something else. So I'm gonna add in one more analog lab, and then we can kind of make something with that. All right, so this is the sound I chose here. Just thought it would fit. So let's go in here, and I'm gonna just try to match what I'm hearing when I'm listening to it. So maybe like somewhere like at the end. So we can use that same little trick, and we can use the chord, this chord here. Okay. All right, so what I want to do now is kind of make this like roll up. So I'm gonna change the grid since we have 4 notes. Let's just do this. And then I'm gonna highlight this, go to 1/2 and just shrink it down like this, and then pull it. And let's move this over. Okay, yeah, I like that way better. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Matter of fact, let's just cheat a bit. Let's take this and pull this up, and then we could just fill in something right here. Let's do something like this just to save time. We already spent a lot of time on the melody. And then try to add something like that. And I'm gonna just look down here just to try to like eyeball it a bit. Okay, I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and move on to our drums. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start our drums. I'm gonna try to make this quick. So let's go ahead and just throw these drums in. And I'm gonna try to keep this very bare bone. Oops, wrong one. All right, there we go. And then we just add our kicks. Just add these basic little rhythms. And then let's turn this up. We can just put that 9%. So make a new one real quick, and then we can just put our perks and stuff down here. And I'm gonna try to just keep this very simple because I want to get through this. Probably start like with a hat. Okay, that should be good enough. So let's go ahead and do our effects real quick. All right, so here are the effects, and I went a little light on this one. I didn't do anything to the drums. I just put them in here. So really nothing on the bass. Arcade, I just took out some of the lows, boosted the highs for the vocal. They weren't very like up front, so you can kind of get away with just leaving it as is. And of course, I just leveled a bit. So I could probably even pan a few of these just to do it. All right, now I just put on the guitar. I believe, yeah, there's the guitar. I just put red heels. All right, and this is in guitar and keys. This is what it sounds like. Just adding something weird to it, right? And then we have a tape delay for that new one we just added. And this is the settings, and I just put this on 1/2. And pretty much the same thing, just boosted the highs, took out some lows. And then for our main sound, we got Portal, and this is on time rotation and guitar and keys. I'll play this with it on. All right, and all together. Right, you can see how much effects change the end result. And then for the master, I put spiff just to kind of give it more punch, just default settings. And then this Oxford inflator just to kind of control it a bit. So alright, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.